Hey guys, we got a game tomorrow against Dade. All 4 teams are playing, so come out and support your Phoenix. We're going to do good.
Do you know about student nights at Zaxby's?
No, I didn't.
Zaxby's will donate 10% of all their profits from 5 to 8 next Tuesday night to the Sonoraville High School Academic Bowl. And we use that money to go on academic bowl trips and compete with other teams like Gordon, Central, and Calhoun for you guys at Sonoraville High School. Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. I'll be there.
Good. See you next Tuesday at Zaxby's between 5 and 8.
Sue, I was at Jandy's the other day, and there was something weird next to the waffle cones. What was that?
Those are our famous hot cobblers. We have peach cobbler, apple cobbler, sometimes we have chocolate cobbler, and often we have peanut butter brownies, which are my personal favorites.
And you have brownies too?
Yes, we have brownies.
I think I'm gonna have to go buy Jandy's.
I would do.
We're back with the bowls that didn't make the BCS cut, along with Coach Martin and Miss Stone. Here we go. Game number 1, the Champ Sports Bowl, Florida State versus Notre Dame. Coach Martin.
Probably going to pick Florida State in this one. Notre Dame, Brian Kelly's done a lot of good things this year, but I still think that Florida State's had a tough year, but they're going to rebound in this bowl and take Notre Dame.
Miss Stone.
I agree. Florida State.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to go with Florida State. Too much speed on defense for Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got one more year. I think they'll be all right. Florida State will be even better next year. They had a young team this year. Game number 2, the Ticket City Bowl, Houston versus Penn State. Coach Martin.
Well, with everything Penn State's had going on this year, I'm going to pick Houston. They did lose their bowl game to Southern Miss, but I think they're going to rebound in this bowl. Just with everything off the field that Penn State's having go on, I don't think they're going to be able to put it together.
Miss Stone.
I'm going to go with Penn State. They're going to win it for Coach Joe.
I think Houston's year up to this point has been a complete fluke. I think they proved that last week against Southern Mississippi. Southern Mississippi's defense was good, but I think Penn State wins the bowl game even without Joe Pa. Game number 3, the Capital One Bowl, Nebraska versus South Carolina. Coach.
I'm going to pick Nebraska in this one. Normally I pick the SEC, but my dislike for Steve Spurrier goes way beyond that. So I'm going to go with the Cornhuskers in that. Bo Pelini's got them playing well. So Nebraska's going to take South Carolina in the Capital One Bowl.
Miss Stone.
I'm going to go with the SEC and say South Carolina.
Also think I'm going to take South Carolina. Nebraska hasn't seen much defense playing in the Big Ten this year. The best defense they've seen is Michigan State, and I don't think they can counter the speed of South Carolina's defense. And I think even without Lattimore, Connor Shaw will pick up the slack, and South Carolina will get a big win against Nebraska. Game number 4, the AT&T Cotton Bowl, Kansas versus Arkansas. This is probably one of the biggest non-BCS bowls in all the bowl games. Coach Martin.
Arkansas has had a great year. Had a tough conference over in the West of the SEC, but Arkansas will beat Kansas State in the AT&T Cotton Bowl.
Miss Stone.
I agree. Arkansas.
Yeah, in my mind, if Arkansas would have been in the East, they probably would have beaten Georgia in the East for the SEC East title. But, Kansas State had a good season, 2 losses. It's 2-10-2 teams versus each other. Arkansas's got Tyler Wilson at quarterback, and they've got a great rushing attack. Defensively not too strong. LSU proved that. Of course, who is that? LSU hasn't proved that against, so I'm going to take Arkansas. Game number 5, the Outback Bowl, Michigan State versus Georgia. Coach Martin.
Definitely going to pick Georgia in this one. Michigan State's had a decent year, but, Georgia rattled off 10 wins, played the number 1 team in the nation, probably going to play the future national championship of this year. So Georgia wins. Georgia beats Michigan State. They can't handle the 3-4 defense of Todd Grantham.
Miss Stone.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, this is really the battle of the defenses. Michigan State's been considered to have the best Big Ten defense in the whole conference. Georgia's SEC defense is much improved since the South Carolina loss, and I think too much with Jarvis Jones and Boykin and Smith will have too much speed on the corners for Michigan State's Kirk Cousins to pass the ball. And I think Georgia's offense will get it going after that dismal second half against LSU. Go Dogs. Any final comments from anybody?
No.
We'll see y'all next week whenever me, Mr. Potts, and Coach Long count down the BCS Bowl.
Remember, this Saturday is Shop with the Phoenix. There are 25 teams that have signed up. If you're on one of these teams, then Mr. Wars will call you tomorrow to the cafeteria around 3 o'clock for more information.
Hey Sonoraville, next time you see a lunch lady, congratulate them because we got a 100 on our health score.
I just drink a lot. I'm not an alcoholic. I just drink a lot. I'm not an alcoholic. I just drink a lot. I'm not an alcoholic. I just drink a lot. I'm not an alcoholic. No, I just drink a lot.
The United Way second annual Blue Jean Sale is Saturday, December 10th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the LGE parking lot.
FFA is selling wreaths and table arrangements for $10. Come see Miss Williams in room 521.
Oh, Boston butt.
Attention seniors, the 2012 yearbook recognition ads are on sale. The deadline is January 31st, so if you want to purchase one, please come by and see Ms. Haley.
A full page is $250.
A half a page is $175.
1/4 of a page is $125.